I guess it's time to start bothering this old woman now.
There's that friendly-looking critter.
So this, I know, that's so obviously going to be important.
Mm.
So there's 4 listings for Kazanu. You can call all of them, but only a couple of them make any sense, what Gabriel says.
Hello, Kazanu residence?
Hi.
Sounds too young.
I was wondering
it's
if you
not
could
her.
help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Kazanu was inside it.
Dixieland drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
Sounds like a tourist trap.
Hello?
Hello? I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Castro, be quiet. Who is this?
Okay.
The Dixie.
I'm a friend of the owner.
I'm sure I
Oh, you
don't
mean
know
who
what you're
specifically
talking
from the
about.
drugstore?
You have to call her first so that now we know the name of her dog.
Okay.
So that we can call the only other veterinary clinic in the entire town of New Orleans, who clearly is her vet,
Why?
and then we'll get the address from them. There's only one vet in all of the
That
French
seems
Quarter,
A
Hey,
little
Duke Critters
bit
Animal Clinic. This
implausible.
is Melissa.
and it happens to start with the same letter as.
Do you have a
Her last
Madame
name.
Kazanu as a client?
Madame Kazanu? Sure, I know her. She's not here right now, though.
Oh, I thought she would
Really?
be at the vet, which is
Hmm.
why I called you.
She told me she'd be there. Would you happen to have her address by any chance?
Yes,
No,
but
you should
I'm
not
not
give
sure
it
I
out.
should give it out. Who are you again?
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro?
It's
Her
kind of
little
funny.
doggy? Oh, he's so sweet. Well, I guess if you know Castro,
Oh my
it's
God.
okay.
This story so
Her
does not
address
add
is
up. She
345
told us she'd be at the
Dauphine.
vet, so we called the only
Thanks.
vet that we knew.
Yeah, like
And but I'm also concerned about the dog. Do you know where the dog is?
whatever.
I literally
whatever
just
video
talked to her
game.
to find out that she would be at the vet right now, but
Also, what?
okay,
Oh,
so here's the
never
thing.
mind.
Kazanu is not just going to talk to us, but we know that she's a Catholic.
Can we threaten her dog?
What would we do to get a Catholic person to talk to us?
Oh my! Are we gonna impersonate a priest? Well, at least that's merely unethical.
Now, if we were going to impersonate a priest, how would we do that?
I don't know.
Would we
Does
go
it involve
and-
a mime?
Would we go and purchase the clothing?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. There's no such thing as costume stores, and certainly not in New Orleans.
Would we go and rob a Catholic church blind?
Obviously, we're gonna rob the church. I hear you can get excommunicated for that, but
I don't know that he's
and
a
I've
member.
always wanted to be excommunicated, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you have to do something very illegal before
Yeah,
they'll
and this
actually...
Pope is really
I can't resist.
liberal, right?
Yeah, I think I'd have to kill somebody, and you'd go to regular jail for that, so it's totally not worth it.
I don't know. Even then, I don't know if this guy would.
Maybe if
Well,
you pee
never
in the
know, a
holy
priest's
water.
collar will come in handy.
That's just vandalism, right?
That would be tough for you, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's in like it's kind of like a bowl, so you could sort of
What? Get up on a ladder?
hop up on it.
Hop up
well,
on
it's
it?
not that high off the ground because it needs to be accessible to it needs to be wheelchair accessible.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm
I
glad
could-
you have
I
a
could
plan
make it
for if you ever
happen.
need to if you ever need to piss in the holy water.
Well, if I thought I could get excommunicated without being very much arrested that way,
It's a noble aim.
it would be so much fun to be excommunicated. 'Cause, like, I didn't want to be a Catholic. That wasn't my idea.
I don't think that they would give you the satisfaction.
Probably
Alright.
not.
But this is private.
You're doing it on our front porch, dude. You're worried about us seeing?
Mm-hmm.
How about the neighbors?
In the middle of the French Quarter,
Right.
and you also have to put the hair
The
gel
things
on.
I do for my art.
Why?
Well, because she kind of saw you before,
Oh.
like you were in the shop.
Yes? Who is it?
Nobody.
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Father McLaughlin, you say? You must be new in the parish. I'm so pleased to meet you, Father. Do come in.
I'm gonna show you
Thank
my
you, my
clay.
child.
Are we really?
That clay is totally gonna come into play.
Please be seated.
With
Thank you.
her?
Now, what can I do for
See
you?
if you can spot it.
I don't know.
All I'm gonna tell you is that the clay is about to be very useful.
No idea.
Madame, in younger days?
Good heavens, no, Father.
I was a very ugly person. Is that what you're saying?
I-
No, Father. I looked like I was beaten with the ugly stick.
Do you mind
Anything
if I
that
ask you a
isn't
few
nailed down that we
questions,
can
my
steal?
child?
Of course not, mon père.
I haven't met that many Creole people myself,
Tell me
but I
about
don't think they
yourself.
sound like that.
Me? I am Creole.
Mhm.
My family has been in New Orleans for over 200 years. Real New Orleanians are French, you see. These days the city is overrun with people with no heritage at all.
Hey,
No
Irish,
offense, Father,
which he is
but
faking to
it's
be, is
true.
totally a heritage.
But the French,
she said no
naturellement,
offense.
will always be the true blood of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
The only true New Orleanians are of French origin, you know.
Yeah, we
I
heard
don't know.
My
that.
How about the
family
Native
were among the
Americans that were there
original
before the
settlers
French?
of
Do
New
those count?
Orleans.
Are there a lot
They
of
came here from
Indians still in,
France.
other than the
The
dancing
Creole
ones?
society
Well,
used to be
I
so
mean, they were
gay in
pretty much
Orleans.
wiped out,
Now
but
it
they
barely hangs on by
existed,
its
and they were the
fingernails.
original guys. So
I think there's a
What can you
gay New
tell me about-
Orleans still.
You know, I can stroll the streets of the French Quarter and see in my mind's eye the way it used to be.
what
Mhm.
with the
It was
slaves and
wonderful in the
the
old
malaria?
Hey, she liked that.
What can you tell me?
New Orleans isn't what it used to be. I
With
can
the
tell you.
slaves and the
There's
malaria.
too few of the real people left.
Jim Crow.
What can
Yeah.
you tell me about St. John's Eve?
St. John's
Isn't
Eve.
that for the
Mais oui,
yeast
I used
infections?
to love the St. John's Eve Mass at Sandwich
The
Cathedral.
unfortunate odors.
Of course. It is also a
I
night
think
of
that's Summer's
great
Eve.
wickedness,
Oh.
worse than All Hallows
It's pretty
Eve.
close, though.
They will corrupt anything, Father.
They? They who?
Oh, you know.
Blacks.
Ah, you know. So she knows something.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sans Corps means?
Mais oui, I know. I bet you do not, Father, n'est-ce pas?
Okay, so what?
It means goat without horns.
Ah, Father, you surprise me. You do know what it means. You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being. That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
Apart from the throat cutting, it's pretty much on the mark.
Do you know anything about human sacrifice
Oh
here in New
yeah, we do it
Orleans?
in my bridge club.
My
Purely an
great-grandmother
academic
could
question.
tell stories. She saw it. People say that sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans. But the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Who were the real voodoo queens?
Marie Laveau.
Well, my great-grandmother told me that Laveau was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She
Was it
distracted
a
authorities
Geddes?
from the real
Getty?
voodoo
Getty
queen of New
lady?
Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo en fort. That's what they call their temples, you know. It's so secret, most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it.
And yet you do?
The real voodoo queen controlled Laveau, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
Is there anything else you remember about the real voodoo queen?
Well, my great-grandmother said that the real voodoo queen was the most beautiful woman on earth. She had the most incredible copper-colored skin.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Oh, yes, Father. It is the wickedest kind. The kind they practice here in New Orleans.
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound four.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you paid me. But it's here in Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear the drums at night, oh yes. That's why I am so ill. I tell you, those drums...
Maybe it's because you old as hell.
But we shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there. I can tell you. I'll show you something. Something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
I swear on my collar.
Which I stole.
Here it is, mon père. A true object of evil if there ever was one.
It radiates something, all right.
It belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a
Well, we're
token
gonna
to
steal
gain
that.
entrance to the real voodoo
Well, we can't
ceremonies.
just steal it.
Well,
You
we're gonna do
don't
something
say.
silly first, obviously, but
Tell
we're
you the truth.
definitely stealing
I
that.
always felt nervous about having it in the house. You know, evil influence.
What could we
and
do
all.
if we wanted to
Oh, I can
take
see how
it
you would,
without actually
yes.
taking it?
And yet, I could never part
Make
with
a
it.
replica out
It's
of your
been in the
stupid
family for
clay.
generations.
It's not quite that dumb.
Would you
Oh.
bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such
What
a
would you
thing
do
of
if you were
but
trying to make
surely
a
you
replica of a
understand.
metal object?
Bless this bracelet of a snake. Even
I
though
don't
it's
know.
fine.
Well, you might make a casting of
Let
the
it
object.
do nobody
okay.
harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day.
That's
And now,
extremely plausible.
Let us pray.
So when you're praying, you have an opportunity to use this clay, which we got from the banks. I mean, it's not even like
It's
you know,
like dirt.
yeah, it's not clay that's meant for casting. But
Bless, oh bless, this circlet of silver. Take the curse, oh take it, Wilbur.
it's kind of funny.
A lovely blessing, mon père.
She likes.
I think
You're
it made
welcome.
a lasting impression. Here you go.
I don't know if he remembered what accent he was supposed to be doing.
I
Yeah.
feel so much better now.
Welp. Yeah, she is a little nuts.
Well,
but
madame,
I don't know.
must be
That broad
gone.
knew a lot about voodoo that
Of
other people
course,
didn't
Father.
know
I
or
know
wouldn't tell
how
us.
busy you must
Yeah.
be tending your...
I did not cut that off. I don't know why the audio didn't keep going.
I'm not going back on the street looking like this.
Go ahead and change your clothes in the middle of
Yeah, whatever.
on her front porch.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whatevs. It's cool.
Okay, now
No
we
one's
have
looking.
one more thing we have to do, and this I gotta say, there's just no way you're gonna know this. We need to have a replica of the thing that we just took an impression of made, because that is what gives us entrance to the voodoo hound fort. That's what she told us. So we need to find a jeweler, and this guy playing chess is a jeweler. I have looked. There is no way to find that out.
Do you just talk to random people until you figure? Like,
No.
Is that what
You
it-
have to just do.
What can you tell me about
You have to
Voodoo.
help this guy out, and then you find out he's a jeweler.
Oh my
I've been to
god!
drink
So
one
you just
called
have to
My
be
Rose
on the
too.
lookout for random people to
But
do
it
shit
wasn't
for. 'Cause
Yeah.
you know
Some people
it's
do
random.
believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
I gotta think that there was a mistake, that they meant to put in a
What can
line
you
of
tell me?
I'm
dialogue
no
about
expert. You might
him
wanna talk to
being
someone who
a
believes it.
jeweler.
Because otherwise you'd be like, okay, no, I'm not helping you.
What
Whatever.
can you tell
Yeah,
See
why
those
would
old
you
guys
care?
at the
Sam and
church
Marcus.
stadium?
So here's when he
That's
finally
Sam.
talks about Sam and Marcus, but he never says that Sam is a
They've played
jeweler.
every day for 20 years. Sam, the one with the purple jacket, he's
Is he the
lost
jeweler?
every one of those
Yeah.
games.
Well, see, maybe
It's not
purple
that he's a
jackets are
bad
typical
player.
of jewelers, and you're
I've
supposed to
seen
know
him
that.
beat guys twice as good as Marcus.
Okay, now
But
when you
Marcus
look at
has Sam so psyched out, he loses his nerve every time. By the way, Sam, the chess player, he's into that voodoo stuff. He's always talking about spells and gree-gree and stuff.
this is how you
Really?
know
Thanks.
how to help Sam, but you have no idea why you would help him.
So what has Sam told you about voodoo?
Well,
'Cause you're
about
bored.
50 years ago, Sam was too shy to talk to this pretty girl he was in love with. He went to a voodooine and had her make him a love charm. It was a little pouch that he had to bury under the girl's front porch. Well, he buried the pouch, and the next day he went up and talked to the girl, and sure enough, she didn't reject him. Now she's
Maybe
his
she
wife.
just liked him.
Poor guy.
Mm.
So we still
So what is
have no
Sam
idea
talking about voodoo?
That's about all I
that
can
he's a
remember.
jeweler. By the way, I want you to look at Sam. What ethnicity would you say that man is?
I don't know.
Looks like a black guy, right?
Could be.
Okay, but he talks totally like a little Jewish guy.
Sounded like a good game
Well,
of
that's
chess,
how you
huh?
know he's a jeweler. Purple coat sounds Jewish.
game. This is torture.
Like a really,
Well,
like
maybe
really.
he's a Sephardic
Have fun.
Jew.
What is that?
The ones from like Spain who are cast out for,
And they talk like a Brooklynite.
Well, they might if they ended up in Brooklyn.
Dude lives in New Orleans and like has done voodoo for many, many years. Why would he talk like that?
Because he's a Sephardic Jew. I don't know. It's
Oh,
trying-
and
Jeez,
the thing we
it's
need
humid
to help him, we don't have yet, and we
I wish you
can't
wouldn't
get
wear that
until this event triggers. I actually tried to get this to trigger earlier, but you actually just have to mill around in here until whatever it is happens.
Hmm.
It can happen earlier, it just didn't on this playthrough. It's kind of random.
Good coffee.
Can you like go disarrange the shelves or something?
No, I
Go
wish you
goose
could do
grace.
anything. There we go.
Hello, dude.
Hey, kids.
Bruno, how nice.
Who's Bruno?
Gee, a customer.
I thought that was a
Of
funny
yours?
Yeah.
Hardly.
line. Well delivered.
How's the flower business?
Well, better
Is
than
that
the
meant
used
to
book
imply that he's a
business, I
homosexual?
see.
Rare books.
That explains why I so rarely see anyone in here. Are you going to sell me that wonderful painting of yours today?
It was a different time. Nice pathfinding.
Yeah. Presumably that's one of his dad's paintings.
Yeah, it is.
How much would you give me for it, Bruno?
Gabriel, don't you dare sell your father's painting.
What's it to you, lady?
Well, she's trying to take care of him.
I guess.
Stay out of this, Grace.
Ooh, you're serious. You'll let me have it?
Yeah, I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know. My fares are so tied up.
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Grace, let me deal with this.
Okay, so we need this $100.
Fine, it's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its
Will
display,
you
though
steal it
not for
back?
your sake, I'm sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance of someone actually seeing it.
Do you own a Hot Topic?
Believe
Why would you put that in
got
any
it.
store?
Just wait until I show Sid.
Sid. Maybe he is supposed to be gay. I don't know. I never really thought about it. Grace is going to get really mad now.
I don't believe you!
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
I need to buy an animal mask.
Oh, right. That's stupid.
That's the only clue you would have here is that you know that animal mask cost $100.
Right.
But it's not the animal mask that we need for this puzzle.
Do we use the animal mask to scare somebody?
No. Remember that it said that if we buy something, we get a lagniappe.
Oh, right. Some.
It's the
I have
lagniappe that we
$100.
need right
You still
now.
want to sell that crocodile mask?
Because, well, and you know what's really shitty about it?
Sure enough, the mask, it's yours.
The sign says Lady Luck oil, but instead he's going to give us gambling oil. And that's what you need to help Sam win his chess game. But how would you know that?
Chess isn't gambling.
You just have to go and try things.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Read the walk.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Careful it don't bite you now.
There wasn't even Nintendo
Yeah,
Power.
thanks.
You had to like buy the strategy game
Don't you go forgetting your
or
lagniappe.
go on
A free bottle of
INN,
Master
which was the
Gambling oil.
Sierra Online,
sign
the
said
actual
I could get Lady
ISP
Luck
that they
oil
had.
instead.
Well, I wasn't thinking a man as young as you would be needing that kind of remedying. But if you's having problems with your...
Oh, that's all right. Believe me, I don't need it. I'll just stick with this. Thanks, anyway.
Of course, it ain't none of my business if you do need it.
I don't need it.
Of course you don't.
Cause your dick don't get. You got a floppy dick, it ain't none of my business.
I don't care none.
This was before
Okay, let's
Vi-
oil up that old
Viagra.
man.
Yeah, you just pour it on his head.
You should probably let him know what you're doing, though, so he's properly appreciative.
Master gambling oil. Anyway, the point is not that the gambling oil works. The point is that Sam is psyched out by whatever the hell the other guy's name is. By the way, what is the other guy supposed to be wearing? Like a feather suit? It's a weird thing,
Yeah,
right?
I don't
Pieces
know.
while I'm gone, you bastard.
Ya bastard.
That damn drummer again.
Well, and so I pointed that out earlier. Crash mentioned that
Thought you
they
might be interested in this gambling oil.
that they send messages.
Let me see that. Master gambling oil.
There'll be more about
What's it
that.
for?
I think it's for gambling.
It could be. I don't know. It might make your dick hard. I'm actually not sure.
Which could be something that he's interested in as
go
well.
on.
And look at that little chippy in the background, maybe.
Like, I don't
This voodoo oil could make a
I
nun.
don't know that
get
tumescence is rare, like a rare skill. in this world.
Really? You think it really works, huh?
Sure.
lucky. I'd stake my
This
reputation
is an
as a
adventure
novelist on
game.
Cause using voodoo might not be fair.
Fair schmear.
That guy's jacket.
it. Don't you ever wonder why Marcus wins every time?
He's a cheat.
Marcus, using voodoo. That old bastard.
Pitiful, isn't it?
Let me see that bottle. Oh, this looks authentic.
Yeah, we got it literally for free.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is.
If I could really beat that bastard. Stonewall, give me a Pim's cup, would you?
Coming up, Sam.
How much you think I'd have put in here?
Yeah, put it all.
Mm.
Careful.
If you
You don't
experience
wanna
an
overdo
erection
it.
lasting more than
Too
4
much
hours,
can
please
be
consult a
dangerous.
doctor.
Yeah.
Ha! There's no such thing as too much. Now stand back.
Oh my god,
Come on,
when Viagra
already,
comes
I'm
out,
ready
that
to
guy's in real trouble.
We'll see about that Mr. Smarty Big Mouth.
Mr. Smarty Big Mouth.
Yeah.
Truly the cleverest of insults.
Checkmate! Checkmate, you bastard!
Son of a bitch.
20 years I've been waiting to say that. Checkmate, checkmate, checkmate!
You are the biggest butthead Sam Singleton that I ever met.
Checkmate!
You can just put this chessboard where the sun don't shine.
Jeez, what a sore loser.
Well, he's kind of rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, I did it! Yippee!
Nice game.
Nice game. Hell, I was brilliant! Of course, I gotta give some of the credit to that oil of yours.
Yeah, about that. You're going to want to go to a hospital.
Been
Yeah.
losing to that guy for 20 years. If you ever need a favor,
By
you
the
come
way-
to Sam, you hear?
Okay, he still hasn't told us he's a jeweler.
Will do.
So,
You now just have to give him the impression or talk to him about it.
So, how do you feel now?
I think you have to actually show him the
Be
impression.
better.
And this is literally, I mean, you would just have to go and use this item on every person until you found who you were supposed to use it on.
Could you do anything with this?
What is this? A clay mold?
Kind of.
Well,
I am a jeweler, you
Okay.
know.
How convenient.
Oh my god.
And I owe you
You
one.
are wearing the
Would
purple
you like me
jacket
to
that is
cast this
typical
for
of
you?
your class.
What the fuck?
And
If
you
you
have
can.
that jewelry accent.
Got it, pal.
Right.
Actually,
Yeah.
a pleasure to get my tools out
Right? He
first
sounds
time
kind
in
of Jewish,
years.
and it's, I don't know, it's a whole
Play
thing.
that goddamn game. I'll have the bracelet tomorrow. Meet me here.
Cool.
Great, thanks.
Could you lend me some money? I hear your interest rates aren't that good, but that was the best Jewish joke I could come up. I shouldn't have even
That's
tried.
nice.
It's yeah.
I still say it looks like a black guy.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so his bike is there, and he goes to sleep.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
But something is different today.
Ew.
Excuse me.
Malia.
I'm going inside.
Booty call.
Oh, excuse me. I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he here?
Really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning.
Gracie, say goodnight.
Ugh.
You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes. Oh, I could show you around a little. It's not much, but...
Please, don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
She really just
yeah,
it.
I know. God, what is it about you?
Voodoo.
Just shut up and kiss me.
Well, she's, like, got a pulse.
Mm.
Isn't it cute how she puts her leg up when she kisses?
It happens sometimes.
So no dream. I guess they were doing it all night or something, or he just doesn't dream when he does the deed.
Yeah.
By the way, does anybody say booty call anymore? Like I just realized that probably dates me.
Well, what do they say instead?
I don't know. Do they even do booty calls anymore? I thought
Maybe it's like a booty text.
they were all prudish. Like, aren't kids today kind of prudish?
I don't know.
I don't think I know either.
I don't know. Kids today. Rah.
Well, you dislike them for being prudish?
Back in my day, we used to like page each other
To have sex.
on pagers.
Yeah.
So I hear. Nobody ever.
I'm not aware of that practice. Okay, there's a weird guy looking in the window, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Let's hit him.
It's a scarecrow.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something.
Oh, then you do have something to say, bitch.
Go easy on her.
I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published a part of a pattern found around the body.
How would she
It
find
looks
that?
damn close.
How would you find that now?
You're incredible.
I don't even know.
All that work.
She would have to go
Forget
through
it.
every
Have
fucking
it your
day.
way.
How would she find that? That is really not plausible. I'm sorry.
Voodoo, I guess. She used library search.
That
voodoo.
is really good researching. Like the day before, all she did was like go to the phone book and rip out the C's.
She used research oil.
Oh, fine, read it, Jesus. Okay. So, our Veve is old as hell.
Have you noticed this guy outside the shop?
How could you not?
He gives me the creeps. I wish he'd go away.
You could flash him.
He's still there. I wish he'd move or something.
Throw a coffee
He hasn't
cup
moved
at him.
an inch since he showed up.
Get up on the second story and drop something on his head.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond. Anyway, you would think he would go out and yell at him more, but he doesn't. He just gives
Maybe
up.
you can roll up that newspaper and bop him on the nose.
Oh, I forgot to turn on the voice. Okay, Gabriel's eye is drawn to an
believe
article about the
this.
voodoo murders.
They've closed the case.
Yeah, they closed the case.
What case?
The voodoo murders case. The paper says that the police have learned that the murders were the result of an underworld cartel war, and that the war is over.
That's not good?
It's ridiculous. What about the killers? And the voodoo angle, they never got anything on that.
Yeah, you'd think they would still be
I know
interested
you
in
were
catching
into it,
whoever was
Gabriel.
committing
But
the
if it's
murders.
over,
Even
that's
oh no,
hardly a
it's fine. We're
negative.
done murdering.
Anyway,
Don't
if you're
worry
that
about
upset,
it.
why don't you talk it over with your pal Mosley?
You don't get it, Grace. Just forget it, okay?
Gabriel decides to check his horoscope despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation lest his eye fall on you.
Well, we already didn't resist temptation. We slept with that woman who's almost certainly a voodoo queen because she's black. I mean, come on.
She's really rich. We know that she is part of a matriarchal line.
Allegedly.
And yes, we suspect that Malia Getty may be involved because we've met her.
Yes.
And everyone that we've met is involved somehow.
Except
Dr.
that
John
mom.
happens to run the one tourist trap that we went to, and therefore he must be involved. That hot dog guy is probably important. Let's talk to this lady.
Is that the same lady?
You're back.
Yes, it
You
is.
know, you really freaked me out running off like that. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Stay away from Malia Getty, or you shall pay with your life.
Possessy.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same broad.
What the hell is going on?
You get points for doing that.
That was creepy.
I don't know if you have to do that. I don't think you do.
Mm.
And yet they made a little comic book sequence for it.
Points is points.
Right.
What are points good for?
Nothing.
Oh.
There's just a score. And I'll probably miss one.
Mm.
By the way, this would be hundreds of
Damn,
dollars of
man.
gold.
Hey there, it's you. I got that bracelet for you.
Okay, whatever. He's just gonna give it to you?
still not.
This
Maybe,
piece was
it's
a real
plated.
coffee.
Hmm.
For some reason, the metal just wasn't setting. I must be out of practice.
Well, it looks good to me. Thanks, Sam.
No problem. By the way, I'm heading out of town tonight.
Okay.
Got the kavitch.
Yeah, where to?
Marcus used to tell me that if I ever beat him at chess, he'd take me around the
Oh,
royals.
so you're like one of those charming older gay
The old
couples.
Yeah,
bastard
that's
has
nice.
enough
Those are
money
like my
stuffed in his
favorite.
mattress
They're
to
so
cover the
cute.
federal
Oh,
deficit.
now they're having a
and he
fight.
hates
Like George
spending a penny
Takei
of it.
and Brad.
I'm gonna enjoy
Yeah.
watching him
Yeah, it's
swing
nice.
through
I'm
his
happy
mind.
for them.
I know. I'm way happier for
Sounds
gay
like
couples
fun.
than for straight
Good luck.
couples. I mean, straight couples, whatever. What did you
kidding.
overcome?
Right.
my
No
middle
one
Your personal
persecutes you
demons.
until you want to kill yourself
Yeah,
for your
totally.
entire teenage years.
Well, I mean, sometimes they do.
Okay, fine, but not
less
as often.
Often,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like gay marriage, I'm sorry. It's just happier
Yeah, it
than
is.
straight marriage.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
I'm like so happy, so much happier for my gay friends, or like my friends who've gone through infertility and now have children. I'm like so happy for them. I don't even like children. I'm just happy for them.
I'm not gonna weigh in on that one. I don't know about children.
Well, you know,
I think we've had enough.
people who really want them.
let's
I'm
just let it go.
So sad for them when they can't have them.
We
It's
didn't.
like,
We don't need more humans.
they can have the children that I otherwise would have had if I weren't horribly disinclined to have children.
Let's just stop.
Hey, mostly. Night, I had a feeling you'd show
Mostly so clever.
Knight, I hate to tell you this, but you're out of a book. The Voodoo
Well,
Murders
you could
case has
write
been
a fictional
closed.
novel, even if
I had a feeling you were going to say that, son of a bitch.
This is his childhood friend.
Yeah. I guess their friendship
Can I ask you
consists
about
of
some-
being kind of dicks to each
Yeah,
other.
no kidding.
It happens.
What's the
sometimes,
status on the
I
Voodoo
Yeah,
Murders
fine.
case?
Closed. Did you read the
case?
paper?
What case? I told you.
Jesus.
The Voodoo Murders case is closed.
How can you just close
Is it really
It's not
closed?
solved, is it?
Really?
Oh, it's solved. Turns out the Chicago Mafia was trying to invade local territory, using Mississippi for drug running now that Florida's
By the
so
way,
hot.
that's totally okay with
What
them.
we had
Yeah.
here was a little resistance from local businessmen?
Shouldn't you
Word came
round
in this
them up
morning that
then?
the Chicago group is giving up and pulling out of New Orleans.
Look, you're allowed to kill
But that
people
doesn't
if they're
bring
from
the
killers to
Chicago.
justice.
I mean, we've
Well, I
established
mean,
that they have those
Chicago.
accents.
Boys upstairs
I know,
seem
it's
to
the
figure
worst. Well, Maine is
let
worse,
the
but
swine
it's
kill
bad.
each other. Better the vermin we know than the Chicago vermin, I
Wow,
guess.
that is a
The attitude of the
really
department is that
honorable
we've just been done a
philosophy.
huge favor. And they're probably right.
What about the local cartel? Are you just gonna let them go?
At least they're part of us.
Oh my
What
god.
the
With them all the
fuck?
time,
They're the
always
criminal
have.
part of
New
you.
Orleans is pretty clean that way, you know.
No,
Well,
I
that's the
don't.
illusion, isn't it?
Look, I'm not totally in agreement here either, but what can I do? These guys are not about to get caught. I'm
Then how do
disappointed
you
about
know
the
it was
book, too.
them?
Yeah, it's because you're a terrible
Next big
police
murder case
officer.
So
I get,
terrible.
I'll call you in and we'll do that one up right, okay? In fact, I could probably dig up some old cases and you could spice them up.
No, thanks.
Okay, so we need to convince him to reopen the
How
case,
can I
but we
convince
can't do
you
it
to
today.
open the case?
Look, the department's not interested.
What if
So,
we whine a
couldn't
lot?
you make them interested?
With what? I've got 7 bodies and still no leads. The voodoo angle's worthless. And besides, these people aren't hurting anybody but out-of-town drug dealers and hitmen.
The voodoo stuff is not worthless. It's the key to the whole thing. And these people are dangerous. They need to be stopped.
Okay. You want me to reopen this case? Prove what you just said.
Okay.
What do you mean?
You need to prove there's a legitimate voodoo cult in New Orleans. Prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
They couldn't have recorded that line all done at once.
Apparently not.
Okay.
You know those marks you found around the murder victims? This is a
Victims?
reconstruction of the whole pattern.
Ooh.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Because the guy in the park
I
did it.
borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So this is the whole pattern, huh? Well, that's pretty good work, Knight.
Yeah, we tried at
But that
all.
doesn't prove that this
Yeah.
pattern is really connected to voodoo.
Okay, so
Well,
we could show him the article from 1810 now, but I'm not gonna bother. We'll deal with this next day.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Now, this is another thing that I don't know how you're supposed to know. Okay, if you go to Jackson Square, you'll see Crash. Anytime you don't know what to do, you should probably go to Jackson Square.
It's where the shit goes down.
Which, by the way, there's never more than 10 people in this whole
I
park.
wonder what he's up to.
Okay, but if you keep following Crash around, he'll just keep walking away. There's a location on the map that I've never been to. It's the Jackson Square Overlook, where I guess you can spy on broads.
Nice.
And if you go to this left set of binoculars,
Specifically the left one?
yeah, you have to go to the left one. You'll see Crash talking to a drummer.
That's Crash. What the hell is he up to with that drummer?
Shenanigans.
Okay, if it's not clear by now, we definitely know that these drummers are involved in the underworld, and that these are the people that he's worried about seeing him in the police department.
And they're pretty much everywhere, so...
And he headed north, and north from the park is the cathedral. I've never showed that, but you can actually walk into the cathedral from the park. There's no real reason to do that. It's just for this, I guess. And there's Crash.
Anything else in there to steal?
Not at the moment.
Yo, dude.
I need to talk to you. Ask you some questions.
No way, man. I'm too sick. Just go away.
Then go to the
Come on.
hospital.
I have to know what you know about these voodoo people.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man.
Hmm.
You're so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything. Just like that friend of yours, Mosley. Go away.
Nah, Mosley's
I'm
an
not
idiot.
like Mosley. I know more than you think I do. I'll believe you.
I'm lazy as hell, but I'm not that lazy.
It's not worth my breath.
I've got an Asian woman who will do research and everything. You have to show him this.
Do you recognize this?
Where'd you get that?
Why? Do you know something about it?
Know something about it? Look at this.
Okay, that's weird.
It's the same. The same snake.
So you can just make
their
those,
sign.
and it's totally the same.
The mark of the snake
thing.
Well, I think
Without it,
it's close enough.
they'll never let you get close.
Because I was thinking we'd have to
sign of the
switch it
snake.
for her
Right.
real one, but
Your
I guess
tattoo,
not.
my
That would
bracelet. Now, do you
make
believe
a
that
lot
I
more
know
sense to
something
just
about these
burglarize
people?
her house.
Or, just, you know,
know about
switch
the
it
light.
so it's less
Whatever.
rude.
So
somehow.
just, I mean, he steals everything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Will
We
you
might as
answer
well.
some questions for me now?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll talk to you a little. I'll make it fast.
There's not much you can ask Crash about that he'll actually talk about.
I saw you talking to that drummer. What did you tell him?
You saw me with the drummer? Nobody's supposed to see.
What kind of hairdo is that supposed to be?
Blow it again.
I don't know.
Promise you won't say nothing to no one.
Introductory
It'll get back to him.
dreadlocks?
Everything does. Promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me.
Like was he one of the funky
Okay.
bunch?
But you have to tell me
Maybe.
everything I want to know.
Okay. Okay. I was sending a message, man. They have these Rada drummers posted around the quarter. They see everything. And they report.
Report? How?
By
The drums,
drumming?
man. It's some kind of code.
I may be nitpicking, but couldn't they think of a more discreet
Now
code?
tell me what you know about voodoo.
All I know.
Like they could use
People are
pagers.
into some weird shit. They have power. Real power. They can write your name on a piece of paper.
God, he's a slow
chew it,
talker.
He's dying.
And you
Yeah,
end
well-
up minced meat. Like you've been through a grinder.
I guess that's how they told him to say it.
They know things in their heads. Things that no one ever knew about you. They know when you lie. They can smell it. They're fucking scary, man. I don't know if it's the devil or what. But it ain't no fake shit, man. It's real.
Yeah. We
Mhm.
figured.
Now,
They did the murders. And that's not the only way they kill. They can get you from miles away. Just by saying your name.
come on.
Ew.
You don't really believe that, do you?
I seen it, man. You can't cross them.
Tell me about the Rada drums.
I already told you about that.
What's with your complexion?
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hanfour in New Orleans.
All right. There's this is an underground cartel in New Orleans. A voodoo cartel.
They keep the
They
prices
control
of
everything that
voodoo
happens on the street.
Clearly.
stable over.
I mean, everything bought or sold. They have their fingers in the legit world too. Banks, foreign stuff, you name it. There's supposed to be this temple. What you said.
Maybe it's
a
her
home
family's
for.
grave.
That's their headquarters.
Well,
I heard people say it's underground. Somewhere in the French Quarter. I don't know where.
Have you ever been there?
No,
How
I've
would
never
he
been in
there
it.
when he doesn't know where it is?
I'm a
well, they could
nobody.
have blindfolded him.
Oh, I suppose
runner.
that's true.
But I saw them once. Out at the lake. They became animals, man. Beasts. I remember the eyes. The eyes.
Hey, are you okay?
The eyes. The eyes of the snake.
I think I should go get a doctor. Hey, are you alright?
Someone, I need help.
The eyes of the snake. Dambala.
Isn't that one of them things?
What snake? Crash!
I guess that's the downside for nobody being at the cathedral.
Oh, bastard.
His body will stay here for a while. You have a chance to do what you need to do. Even if you leave and come back, his body's still there.
Awesome.
So we don't know why he died. He clearly believes that the voodoo people have real supernatural powers, although we don't necessarily agree. It does seem like something weird's going on. Something that, yeah, that does not look exactly like the thing we have.
Not really.
It looks like a snake. Something that...
I guess I better
all snakes
copy
look
this
alike to
tattoo.
them.
Something that Magenta said was that even if it's not real magic, you know, if it appears to be real magic, it's just as powerful. So we think maybe it could be something like that.
The power of suggestion.
Anyway, this is a really short chapter, and it just ends. He just decides to go home.
He's kind of lazy, so.
Yeah.
Molly, gonna show up again?
The booty call goes the other way.
Hello?
It's me. I can't sleep.
Me neither.
Can I?
Yes. Come.
Okay.
Yep. And again, no dream. Yeah, that's a booty call, for sure. Kids, a booty call was when you called a woman for sex.
Or vice versa.
Yes. You called another person for sex. I don't know if these verses of poem are always relevant. Sometimes I can't really figure it out.
I haven't been trying, so.
Yeah, but even knowing the events in retrospect, I don't know if they make a lot of sense. Oh, good, that guy's still there. Call the police.
Deck him. Throw coffee at him.
No, let's just let somebody who's
okay,
clearly
Gabriel?
part of a criminal organization spy on us all day.
Great. Why?
I'm worried about you.
You should be
If I
worried
were
about
any
that
better,
creeper
Grace, I'd be
outside.
dead. Now, what's up?
You got another package this morning. FedEx from Germany.
I was expecting that. Where is it?
Well, it kind of came open, but I salvaged the contents. There was a letter from your great-uncle Wolfgang in a journal.
The package just came open, huh? How'd you like the journal?
Someone has to look after you. You're in trouble. In case you don't know it.
Yeah, you've been reading my horoscope again, haven't you, Grace?
Just read the journal carefully, Gabriel. Please.
You know we don't like to read.
I got
Just
it.
tell us.
St.
God.
George's books.
St.
Oh,
George's
Professor
books.
Hartridge, I'm glad you called. Did you... You did? Wait, slow down. The Aigris? Really? You think that's them? The wheel within a wheel? A goon badagri, huh? Well, that does sound like it. Dambala, the snake.
Where have we
That's
heard
the
that
wavy
before?
pattern at the bottom, okay. The 1791 slave revolt in Santo Domingo. Well, why would the Veve show up there? Okay. 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 Look, I'll come over as soon as I can. Okay. Relax, Professor. I'm excited too, but you're gonna give yourself a heart attack. Okay. Thanks. See ya.
I'm sure nothing bad will befall that
I wish you'd
professor.
tell me what's going on. I swear you're gonna step into a hole you may never get out of.
Don't look so worried. No one knows what I'm doing.
God, there's
I'm
literally a
perfectly
guy
safe.
watching you right
I've been
now.
in some
Everyone
great
knows
stuff
what
in
you're
the book.
doing because you're
Besides,
making
there's
everyone
something
do it
about all
for
this.
you.
My dreams.
What about your dreams?
Nothing. I'll be careful, I promise.
I don't have them when I'm sleeping with Molly.
There's literally a guy right there. He's watching us have this conversation.
Maybe he can't read lips.
Oh my God.